Binge watch and learn on TRS Clips.
Bhuvan is a star, bro.
I think Bhuvan is like an exception. And he's set the precedent for that pathway for content creators in terms of people who want to get into acting.
Yeah.
But as much as I know Bhuvan, I think even he really loves acting.
Yeah.
Like he really, really enjoys it he's an artist.
Yeah.
Like if you hang out with him, that's the energy he gives out always. My question is, how many spots are available like that
In content creation?
in the world of acting? In terms of this, what I'm trying to say is that there's going to be very few content creators who'll actually be able to transition there because that pie is too small. And that's what I figured by being in Versova, man.
Bro, I think the complete opposite. Because Bhuvan is not an exception. I believe he's a pioneer. He's the first one to achieve that level. And I think by doing so, he has put out multiple statements. Statement number 1, that a creator could be a beautiful, wonderful, super talented actor. Number 2, if you don't produce his series, he will do it by himself and get 500 million views. And that is a very big statement in itself. Number 3, it says that it puts out a statement for the content creators that this is your bar now. Like earlier, what was the bar? 1 million subscribers. You remember, right? When we hit 1 million subscribers, it felt like we won the world.
Yeah.
But then after that, we were like, what to do next? And that's how we started making benchmarks for ourselves. We had very few people to look up to and say, for example, I had people like you to look up to. Like you guys are building businesses, you guys are doing great stuff. So I had you guys to look up to. How many people did you have to look up to? Very few, right? So as people like Bhuvan achieve these extraordinary feats, it will put out a lot of statements and it will inspire more people to do something as remarkable as he has done. And I'm sure there will be a lot of actors out there who would want to be like Bhuvan. And now they have like a trajectory that they can follow to become a star like Bhuvan. And Bhuvan is just getting started. It's been 8 years, 10 years since he's been here? He's just getting started. And in the next 5 to 6 years, I believe people like Bhuvan will set new benchmarks and that will inspire more people. And when that does, people know the power of distribution. Just like you were convincing people during that time to pay you money, right now, Bhuvan is doing that for creators who want to become actors. And more importantly, I've also seen creators who settle for very less. So I work very closely with iPlex. I don't know if you know about Neil. You know Neil, right? So Neil tells me very often that the problem with most content creators, especially in the entertainment sector, is that they settle for very less. Even if you give them 5 minutes of screen time in a movie, they're more than happy with it. It's a great thing, no doubt. But he says that as an outsider, we can see that this creator is capable of playing the lead role. But that creator is settling for less. As a result, the positioning in the industry is being destroyed. So he said that we need people who can set that benchmark, that content creators could take up the lead role so that the aspirations can be better. And that is how I believe things will change. Now, I don't know whether they will for sure or not, but I'm sure that with Bhuvan, things are by default bound to change. We don't know the magnitude of the change, but I'm sure it will happen in the next 3 to 5 years if there are 4 to 5 more Bhuvans in the country who set those new benchmarks.
Okay. Firstly, let's talk about Bhuvan. I literally think he's the equivalent of Shah Rukh Khan in our world.
Correct.
Okay. Like there is no one, like he's just playing his own different royal game. He is Shah Rukh Khan of YouTube India.
Correct.
I feel there's 2 paths for content creators. One is the path all of us are on, which is the content creator to business thing, which actually I think is a much more practical way of...
It's very practical.
Yeah.
It's very easy. It's very strategic. It's very calculative. And it's more importantly, it's very predictable.
Yeah.
So you can know how you did this quarter. You can see the things that you've done wrong and you can improve the next quarter.
Yeah.
Right? But that's not the case with entertainers, unfortunately.
So TRS Clips has all sorts of videos and all sorts of playlists. Make sure you explore the channel by subscribing and heading to our homepage and reading through all the playlists.